Do you feel stuck in life's routines? A solo trip might be that reset button you're looking for. I remember my first solo adventure. I was terrified but thrilled as I boarded that plane to Spain, alone. Now I can't imagine traveling any other way. Solo travel isn't just a vacation, it's a transformation waiting to happen. Let's look at why you should pack your bags and head out alone, plus how to make meaningful connections along the way. Let's start with 5 reasons to travel solo. Number 1, the freedom to create your own itinerary without compromise. Want to spend 3 hours in a quirky museum? Go ahead. Feel like skipping the must-see tourist traps? That's up to you. When you travel solo, every decision's yours. No more compromising on what to eat or where to go. No more waiting for someone who's running late. No more visiting attractions that don't interest you. Sometimes I spend the whole day exploring, sometimes a few hours hiking, or maybe I just decide to relax for the day and do some work. The decision's mine. Your time's precious. Why waste it on someone else's agenda? A couple of days ago, I made a quick decision to go for a walk at 9 p.m. on a Sunday. I didn't realise it was the national holiday. The village had a Queen concert and fireworks laid on. Those spontaneous decisions are more difficult when you're with someone. Number 2, you become self-reliant and more confident. Nothing builds confidence like figuring things out on your own. When you navigate a foreign subway system, order food in broken phrases, or find your way back to your hotel after getting lost, you're proving something to yourself. You're capable. You're resourceful. You can handle challenges. I've been in some really awkward situations, like getting off a bus into an oncoming revolution in Nepal, where police were chasing demonstrators, or finding myself in a ghetto in Manila, Philippines at night, in a really dodgy area, or being in an alleyway in India with aggressive dogs at both ends. Every problem I got through alone made the next one easier. That confidence doesn't stay in your suitcase when you return home. It transforms how you handle everyday challenges. Number 3, gaining personal growth from stepping out of your comfort zone. Growth happens when you aren't comfortable, and solo travel pushes you there. It's scary at first, eating alone in restaurants, approaching strangers for help, making decisions without anyone to blame if things go wrong. But these uncomfortable moments reshape you. I missed the train to Barcelona and had to find a bus to Valencia instead. This was 1989, no travel apps, no translators. All I had was a phrase book. You'll try foods you normally avoid. You'll attempt conversations in language you can hardly speak. You'll say yes to experiences that would have terrified you before. And with each small brave act, you'll expand your sense of what's possible. As Neil Donald Walsh said, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Number 4, you meet new people outside of your normal social circle. At home, we often stick with people just like us. Same background, same interests, same perspectives. Solo travel shatters that bubble. You'll chat with people from different cultures, generations and lifestyles. The retired couple from Australia, the young backpacker from Brazil, the local shopkeeper who's never left their hometown but knows its history deeply. I've chatted with a peanut farmer in rural China, an executive in a Taiwan chemical company, a high-up Malaysian government official, and many businessmen, like when I was in a Philippine Rotary Club. These diverse connections offer fresh perspectives that change how you see the world and yourself. Number 5, self-reflection time and gaining perspective on life. In daily life, we rarely pause. Solo travel creates space for thinking. Those quiet moments watching a sunset or sipping coffee in a foreign restaurant become opportunities for self-reflection. Without familiar distractions, your mind wanders to important questions about your life path, relationships, and priorities. Distance provides clarity. Problems that seemed enormous at home often shrink when viewed from thousands of miles away. Goals become clearer. Values get reassessed. I always use the time on airplanes between countries to make and adjust plans. I've got short-term and long-term goals, and those flights are a good time to review them. Many travelers report making major life decisions like changing careers, ending relationships, or relocating after insights gained during solo trips. One of the biggest concerns about solo travel is whether you'll meet people or be lonely. I've actually found that I meet too many people rather than too few. In the old days, I'd sometimes actually take a book to a restaurant so people wouldn't start talking to me. In the first 2 months of travel in India, there were only 2 evenings where I was alone, and that was because I was sick. As it's a big concern for people, here are some ways to meet people while solo traveling. The best way is to stay in social accommodation, like hostels or small guest houses. Forget fancy hotels. Choose places designed for connection. Hostels offer common rooms, shared kitchens, and organized activities specifically to help travelers meet. Even if dormitory living isn't your style, many hostels offer private rooms where you can still get the social benefits. When I left England back in 1990, I would stay in hostels and met many friends who I later travelled with. The conversations happened naturally. Where are you from leads to shared travel stories, then perhaps dinner plans or sightseeing together the next day. There's a real community. In Hong Kong, a group of us from the hostel used to go down to the bay and play soccer in the empty fountains and drink cans of cheap South African beer. In Taiwan, we'd go out as a group in the evenings or go away for weekends. I've got many fond memories from Amigos Hostel in Taipei. In general, hostels are better for people up to about the age of 30. Joining tours in new places. These tours are gold mines for solo travellers. They're affordable, informative, and filled with other travellers looking to connect. The shared experience creates instant conversation. Plus, tours often end at local spots where the group continues hanging out. In Asia, I've been on many island-hopping day trips where I met other solo travellers. The casual group setting takes the pressure off when making friends. Using travel apps and social platforms designed for connecting travellers. Technology makes finding travel companions easier than ever. Apps like Meetup or Facebook groups connect travellers in the same location. This digital introduction breaks the ice, making the in-person meeting much easier. I haven't used apps as I meet lots of people anyway, but when I first left England in 1990, I connected with some people through the Youth Hostel magazine. We left England together and stayed as a group for the first 2 weeks. After that, we went our separate ways, but we met up with each other a few times later on. Participating in group adventure activities. Adrenaline creates bonds quickly. Book a cooking class, a hiking expedition, or snorkeling trip. These shared experiences naturally foster connection, whether it's laughing together at cooking disasters or supporting each other through challenging hikes. The structured environment takes away the awkwardness of meeting new people, and the shared experience gives you something to talk about immediately. I met many people through scuba diving in the Philippines or hiking in Nepal. I went on to travel to other places with some of those people. Your life-changing journey awaits. That first solo trip might feel intimidating, but book it anyway. Start small if needed, a weekend getaway rather than a month abroad, or just a day on your own walking around a nearby city or some villages. The length matters less than taking that first step alone. Remember, transformative travel isn't about checking off famous landmarks. It's about learning about yourself. It's about proving you're capable of more than you thought. It's about expanding your world. Pack light, stay open, and say yes often. Your future self, more confident, more self-aware, with friends across the globe, will thank you for having the courage to go alone. Book a solo adventure today. My first solo trip was just a gateway to something much bigger. In this next video, I'll show you the exact system I used to maintain a life of adventure for decades. You'll learn why experiences create lasting happiness, while possessions just create debt. See how to make that shift today.